I posted 34 times in the month of March across Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And I want to be completely transparent about what actually happened. The good, the confusing, and the one thing I started doing at the end of the month that kind of started working. This is my March social media wrap up. Let's get to it. So for this entire thing, I made sure that I tracked all of my social media stats across some very key metrics with each platform, and I did a little bit more than just the views, comments, reposts, stuff like that. Let me give you the overall numbers for this month across all 3 platforms. So total views of all platforms, all videos combined, I had over 50,000 views. I posted a total, like I said previously, of 34 videos across all 3 platforms. So it was 34 on each. I gained almost 50 followers across all 3 platforms. And my single best day to gain new followers was actually March 30th because I figured out I started a new series and it seemed to really work out in my favor. And so far it has. It's April 1st. I just posted my day 3 of it. And so I'm honestly still kind of figuring it out and figuring out what works. But it seems to be working really well. But March 30th, with that one video, I gained 7 followers. And I think that's crazy. So now, on the surface, these numbers may not look insane. And honestly, they're not. Let's be real here. I do have a small following on all my accounts. I just broke 200 literally the other day on my TikTok. I have about 50-ish, 50 to 60 on Instagram, and I actually just broke 70 on YouTube. So not a very large following. But what's interesting is where these views come from and what content was actually driving them. And newsflash, it's not what I expected at all. Let's start off with YouTube because this one genuinely surprised me. YouTube was consistently my highest view platform per post, often by a huge margin. Some of my art selling posts were clearly over 1,800 views. And while those same posts on TikTok were barely getting 100. And my best YouTube performers, the short ACEO selling posts. Those quick under 30-second clips of individual cards were racking up even my best YouTube performers, the short ACEO selling posts. Those quick under 30-second clips of individual cards were racking up views even when TikTok and Instagram barely noticed them. And my education series of what's something you wish you knew when you started painting pulled in over 110% average viewed on 2 of the 3 uploads, which means that people are staying and rewatching parts of it. The takeaway here, YouTube Shorts is working for me right now, and I wasn't even treating it as priority. So that's what's changing in April. TikTok is where I'm really trying to crack the code. My average views per post were around 150, which is fine. Like, I'm not growing fast. Here's the one thing I noticed when I dug into the data. Short videos, and I'm talking under 15 seconds short videos, had a drastically higher full video completion rates. My POVs, my trends, and especially art review posts at the end of the month were hitting 11 to 14% full video rates. My longer art showcase and camera review videos, sometimes less than 0.5%, which is insane that you have that few people actually completing a video. The algorithm rewards completion. And so every time I posted a 60-second art showcase or a camera review or anything like that, people scrolled away after about 10 seconds. And so it was basically telling TikTok, don't show this to anyone else. The bright spot, like I said just a few seconds ago, I gained 7 new TikTok followers on a single post on March 30th. That was my art reveal series, day 1 of revealing my art until I reach 1,000 followers. Now, obviously, the content makes it seem more so, hey, follow me, which, let's be real, it kind of is. But I didn't get that same amount of following for the day 2 post, and so obviously it's also a mixture of whether or not they enjoy that painting I turn around on that day. But the day after, like I just said, on day 2, I didn't get as many followers from that post, but I did hit a 14% completion rate. So the series is working. And I can't wait to kind of see where it's going. I've already posted day 3. It's the morning of April 1st. So I've already posted day 3. And I'm going to keep posting. So by the time this video comes out, I've probably already got to like day 4 or 5, whatever. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Instagram is not working for me right now. And I think I know why. I'm not 100% sure. But my views are consistently in the 100 to 200 range. Saves, nearly 0 across the whole month. Reposts, 1, maybe 2. I think I've been treating Instagram as a cross-posting dump, but I really do want to make sure I have that content across all pages, so that way if something happens to one of my platforms, it is still there for people to see. But I'm basically just uploading the same videos I post on TikTok and YouTube. And Instagram's algorithm's just not really enjoying that content right now, but also I have a much smaller following on Instagram than I do anywhere else. So in April, I want to try to experiment and post more carousels, static content, things like that, to give people a reason to save my post and like it and follow for more. But right now, and of what I've seen in the past with my content on Instagram, is that it feels a bit like a lost cause, and it's just kind of like there. I posted a lot of different content in March. Art selling, art showcase, engagement, yap sessions, educational posts, POVs, trends, and even a camera review. Let me break down what the data actually showed. Here's what worked. The Art Reveal series, the new one that I've started at the end of the month, had the highest TikTok completion rates, immediate follower gains, and strong YouTube views. So this is a series I'm definitely leaning into and going to continue into the foreseeable future, probably until I reach 1,000 followers. But I do have about 800 to go, so it's going to last a little while. Short POV videos, trends, stuff like that, so things that are under 10 seconds, punched well above their weight on TikTok completion. The lip sync and the inspiration trend both cleared 12 to 14% full video completion rate. Education posts like What I Wish I Knew About Painting averaged over 110% video view time on YouTube. And that was just on a couple uploads. Viewers are rewatching, and so right now it is an underrated video format for me. Art selling was quiet but consistent with YouTube traffic. These short clips of individual ACEO cards were pulling 700 to 2,100 YouTube views regularly. Now, I don't think I actually gained a sale from any of these views. I only sold out of 10 ACEOs I've posted, I only have sold 1. So I'm not quite sure if the views have really counted in terms of my sales, but the views are increasing, which could get me higher viewership, which could lead to more sales in the future. Now, what did not work? Long form art showcases that were 60 plus seconds on TikTok had near 0 completion rates. Under 1% full video rate means TikTok buried them immediately. My camera review content had some of the lowest view counts on all platforms, barely any engagement, and so it's a niche topic that doesn't seem to maybe match my audience at the time. However, I did have a few meaningful conversations with people that did see that content. So I'm still going to keep posting it. I have quite a few videos lined up for April and probably May. So I'm going to be just still kind of posting that and seeing where it takes me. But it's not going to be my main focus. My main focus is going to be like my art, but I am a photographer at heart, so I am going to keep posting that photography content. My engagement Yap Sesh videos had mixed results. Some did fine on YouTube, but they didn't drive followers and my TikTok completion was low. These feel good to make, but they may not be the best content to post right now. I'm going to keep kind of testing the waters periodically, maybe not posting as many of them as I previously did, because I definitely did lean into those earlier in the month because they are a really easy video to make. And so we'll just kind of keep working through those and see if I can crack the code on the Yap Sesh videos. Now here's the part that I need to hold myself accountable for. There was a 5-day stretch in like the middle of March that I didn't really post. So I'd started posting one post a day, and then while I was trying to sell my Easter themed ACEOs, I had, I don't know, I while I was trying to sell my Easter themed ACEOs, I had about 2 posts a day, and then I dwindled back down to 1, and then I had 5 days where I didn't post anything. And truly, it's not that I was really lacking content. I had content, but I was so busy. I just, I don't want to say I forgot to post, but I kind of didn't care to. I went away for the weekend, and so between some crazy things that were happening in my life and then going away for a few days, I didn't post until I got back from New Orleans. So I went 5 days without posting, and honestly, it didn't change my views at all. I just wasn't super consistent. So I want to try to maintain posting consistency for April, and I've already started. I actually have a reminders tab on my phone and computer that I'm going through and planning my content. And so that way I have content that's already filmed. I know what I need to film still, what I need to edit, and what's getting posted when. So these last couple days of March, I've really been trying to post every day. I have even started doing 2 posts a day to just kind of see if that builds my followers, and I'm kind of testing out different times to post. Right now, I have a first post somewhere between 5:30 and 6:30 in the morning, and that seems to really get strong engagement, strong views. Whereas the ones I'm posting later in the day, I've tried 8 o'clock, I've tried 6 o'clock, and neither of them have really connected with my following. So I'm just going to keep trying to figure out what that sweet spot is for an afternoon posting time. I'm going to try to not let that posting haze happen in April, and I'm going to start trying to schedule my posts out so that way I don't have to worry about not having not having content scheduled when I don't feel like posting, and it'll just post it for me. So I've already kind of gone through this, but we're going to go through it just a little bit more. Based on everything that the data told me, here's what I'm changing for April. I'm not just listing vague goals. I'm telling you these specific things I'm testing. I'm going to continue the art reveal series daily, the one where I'm just day whatever until I reach 1,000 followers, because I think that's a really inspiring thing, especially for people that also have a lower following like me, that they want to follow and see if it gets there. They really enjoy my art, just different things like that. Plus, the strong completion rate, the data is too clear to ignore. So it gives me a nice, easy, built-in post every single day. I'm going to try to keep all TikTok posts under 25 seconds where possible, or try to frame longer content in a way that keeps viewers engaged for the entire video, because they just don't seem to want to stay past that first 2 to 5 seconds. So I'm just going to try to make sure I have a nice, strong, clear hook to keep them engaged. I'm going to test Instagram Reels formatted for that platform. I'm going to try to do more carousel posts, more static posts, and see if that really helps. I'm going to post once a day. I'm going to go ahead and schedule my posts, stuff like that, so there's no gaps at all. Even if it's just a small sketch, quick painting showcase, something like that, yeah. I'm going to try to keep going with educational videos. Try to do at least 1 a week, if not 2, because that content seems to very much be resonating with my followers, and so I want to make sure that people are still getting this content that they enjoy. If you're on a similar journey, building a presence on social media, figuring out what works, posting, and not really seeing results no matter what niche you're posting about, I just want to say, same. This is a slow build, but data is actually really useful once you sit in it. And it's easier, you gain a better following by posting consistently and slowly getting followers based on the content you post rather than blowing up on one viral video. And so that's what I'm trying to do, is gain a community of followers that enjoy the content that I do. If this video was helpful, please subscribe. I post about art, photography, and the honest reality of growing a creative presence online. Links to my TikTok, Instagram, and practically everything else are in the description. See you in the next one.